What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to EU4 with the Spanish secession scenario AI only battle. Although the Spanish didn't secede to anyone, but it does. It was the name of the scenario, and it sounds better than 1700 start date. Now, an interesting event that could occur here, and actually I think might be the main part of the scenario. I'm not sure if this is actually built into it, but France does not have an heir to their current empress, Adelaide. Oh my goodness, has she got enough apostrophes above her name? That's crazy. But yeah, we will see. France could end up under someone's personal union. Now, at the moment, Mantua and Bavaria are their only royal marriages, so I don't know if that would be... either of them would be able to hold on to it for too long. I don't know, Bavaria are pretty good. Obviously not France level good, but I don't know. Depends who else they've got, I guess, as allies. But you might see somebody else, a Spain or something, also claim. I think, the big nations nearby can claim as well. It's not just royal marriages. So we'll see what happens, but that is something to keep an eye out for. I'm sure something will happen. The current empress is only 21 though, so bit of time yet, probably. England does not have to worry about that. They actually have elections, so 1730 every 7 years. The elections actually suck. I don't know why you'd want to leave a monarchy in EU4. I don't know what the benefit is, but like 114 every time that is not the way. That is not good. I don't know why you'd actually want that. The Ottomans versus Persia, obviously the big war that just broke out. We'll see how this goes. It's looking not great for Persia from that perspective. But yeah, we'll see the Ottomans. See what they can do here. They're currently losing, but I'm sure that won't last. Surely not. But yeah, plenty of troops all over the border. It's going to be a mess. Wait, are Persia in another war as well? Or am I... Yeah, Persia's against Khiva somehow separately as well. I don't know how that happened. But there you go. Just when you thought it couldn't get any worse. As long as the Mughals don't join in, they might have some hope. But you never know. Maybe they'll throw themselves in. There's a big war inside the HRE there. And Russia is in a crusade against the Kamchadals. That should be okay for them. That's just up in this far corner of the map. They should be good. But let's see, I've got to try and find one of those nations who's in this war in the HRE. It's kind of hard. I think these guys are in it. Okay, so it's Munster. And some of these guys up against all this. I mean, in terms of provinces, it's pretty equal. I'd probably go with the red team in this scenario. Easiest way to identify who is who. Regensburg, Bayreuth, Ansbach. I've never heard of some of these. Rothenburg, Palatinate, Ansbach. Okay, we've heard of these ones. Württemberg, yeah, they're memorable. Some of them are new, though. I haven't seen before. Pretty cool. It seems pretty divided. Thuringia. This is Würzburg, but do they have a different flag? Bayreuth. I've never heard of them before. Hanover. Lübeck. Yeah, I've seen these before. Sweden, obviously. Hanover. Yeah, I've seen these guys. Is there Prussia over here somehow? Munster. Denmark. Netherlands. Yeah, we know who these guys are. Spain actually has some territory up here in Luxembourg. Don't know how they grabbed that. Do they have this as well, or is that somebody else? Okay, that's Frankfurt. Okay, but this is all Spain. Next to the Netherlands. Not sure how that happened, but there you go. No wonder they're so far ahead in terms of great powers. They have half of Italy. They've got almost all of South America, apart from a bit that Portugal has. There's one little native tribe left. Got a feel for them. Not many left in Mexico either. There's a few in North America. A few more than the rest of the world. But there you go. 3 leagues peasants. I have no idea what they are, but they sound worse than normal peasants. Portuguese revolutionaries, and looking at the numbers, there's a chance Portugal just can't deal with these. I doubt it, but we'll see what they can do. I mean, that's a level 8 fort. They're going to struggle there, but I mean, that'd be pretty cool. Portuguese revolution. Probably not going to happen, but you never know. Could be interesting. And yeah, the Ottomans started to make a lot of progress into Persia, but Persia has beaten Khiva. So I guess there is that. Was that a separate war? Mughals? Oh no, Mughals are in another war against the Southeast Asian nations mostly. Japan is about to annex somebody as well, noticeably. And yeah, okay, Persia is about to beat Khiva and Gazimuk. They have 100% there, so this should end, and then the Ottomans will keep going. The Mughals are now at war with these guys, so this is not great. I said they could try and... someone needed to try unite this area to protect themselves against Qing and the Mughals, but yeah, that's not going to happen now. That's just not going to be the case, is it? Not looking good. East Bengal Bay. Oh, what? Okay, never mind. Don't know what I was trying. I saw something pop up and it just disappeared. Ottomans, though, are definitely having success. Persia yet to peace out, which is weird. They do have 98 war score, so they can end this war, essentially. But they are losing pretty badly, minus 40 against the Ottomans, which is not so good for Persia. Don't see them coming out on top out of these three, the Ottomans, the Mughals, and Persia. Especially when the Ottomans are just being left alone by Europe. There's no real conflict. Austria and the Ottomans have managed to go 26 years already without a war, which is fairly impressive for the two of them by normal standards. The top 8 remains the top 8. It's shifted in positions. There's been some Qing and the Mughals have both embraced the Renaissance or Renaissance. They've been told I was saying it wrong. The Renaissance. They've finally done that, so they are big jumps up into 4th and 6th around Russia, who are still struggling themselves with no manufactories and enlightenment. The Ottomans remain ahead. But yeah, that drops England and Austria into 7th and 8th. I imagine they're pretty safe there. Just going off this list, I don't know. There's no obvious person who jumps out that should be on there that isn't, right? I mean, England, France, Spain, Austria, probably the 4 biggest in Europe are all on there, and then the Ottomans, Russia, Qing, and the Mughals, the biggest elsewhere. So I think that's fair. In terms of size, you could argue Sweden, but I don't think that translates into... I don't think any of them are as strong as these 4. I don't know, maybe Sweden could one day compete with England, but I don't know. And obviously the Commonwealth could be another one. They're actually guaranteed by Russia, but at the moment, probably not as strong. I don't know how strong they are overall. Game is slowing a bit. That probably means there's a couple of big wars going on. Russia's in another war against the Chukchi now. I think Japan might have unified almost all of their island at this point. Yeah, there's one left. I think they're allied to all. These guys are vassals, but oh no, they're just allies at the moment. But yeah, Japan should probably get them at some point, break that alliance, and unite their islands. So that's pretty good for them. But yeah, the main focus at the moment, definitely on this big war here. Let's see how bad it is. For the Persians, where will the Ottomans be focusing? Obviously, all these guys are vassals, so I don't know if they can actually even disappear. But we could see them take all of this peninsula, maybe. We could see them just push up on their border into this territory. See, religion-wise, it'd probably be easier for them to focus in the Arabian Peninsula. But there's definitely a chance they just go in here trying to go after the sort of Shia area. But I don't know. We'll see what they do. Persia is in Crimea. There was someone that was annexing a vassal. I don't know who it was, but I don't know what progress they've made. I've forgotten who it was. It might have been the Ottomans. Someone was integrating someone. Maybe Russia's already finished it. Oh, they now have a vassal in the Emirati. Oh. Alright, I think they always had that, but there you go. That's pretty cool, I guess. One province here they might get at some point. And they have, yeah, they've eliminated all the tribes up here. So Russia now looking pretty big. We'll see what they get up to next. They still have a Tsar. They're still a Tsardom, or Tsardom. I don't know how to say it, but there you go. And they're still allied to Austria, which is pretty powerful and a pretty solid alliance. Obviously, that one's carrying over from my recent game as Austria, where I was allied to them for a long time. And wait, what? I thought Persia was at war with these guys. How did Russia get stuff out of that? I don't know, but Russia's also managed to grab a province here. There you go. Russia had some land. Fair play. Don't know what's happened. Maybe Persia just gave it back. I don't know. That seems a bit weird. Either way, Persia now getting absolutely destroyed by the Ottomans. The Mughals have separate peace. One of the smaller nations. Okay, Mandarin. Oh, okay, Madrai and Kandy versus Kot. That is in India. France and Bavaria against the Papal State Austria. Okay, this is the first big war in Europe since the beginning, so we should probably have a look at what's going on here. France and Bavaria up against Austria and some of these HRE nations. I don't really know who's going to win this. Bavaria is strong, but Austria is strong. Papal State are good. There's a few other smaller nations in there, but France should definitely be pretty big in this. So we'll see how it goes. War score will obviously sort of guide us as to who's winning. Quite an interesting one, but yeah, at least we've got a big European war. It took a while, but we've got one now. The Ottomans probably the next war to end. 55 war score. The Mughals with 54 in their war out this way, and yeah, it's looking pretty good for them. What other wars we got going on? Khorsand versus Bhutan, so that's sort of northern India. We can actually see that in the background if I scroll over. You see that going on just here off the side of this menu. Other big ones, Kano, Benin, Oyo versus Zazao and Mossi. It's in West Africa, I think. Yeah, that's sort of around this region. See who's at war with who there. Okay, yeah. Pretty balanced. I mean, these guys could call in more people, but I guess it's not their war. They've probably been called in themselves. Oof, not looking good for Persia, is it? That's looking pretty brutal. I see Bavaria off to a rubbish start. Looks like they will be fully occupied here early on. And France seems to be rebuilding a lot of troops. This has not gone well for them. Especially considering I think they're the aggressors in all of this. Yep, France is trying to reconquest the province of the Papal State. And it's not going their way at all. I don't know if they've included like the colony numbers and made a big misjudgment. But yeah, not looking great. But we do have a war. And that's weird because Russia is allied to Montenegro. But they're obviously not defending them here. So Venice should be able to pick up this for free. Don't know. Russia obviously... Oh yeah, Russia chose not to defend them. That's pretty rough. Also, Russia has a peace deal with Japan. I didn't even know those two fought. But obviously at some point they must have done. Interesting. Okay, these rebels are making some good progress here. Okay, now there's another stack. Portugal are in trouble. Yeah, we might see a revolution. Don't know exactly what that would entail. I assume they'd go to more of a voting system. But yeah, that's pretty bad. They are integrating Kilwa, which is pretty... I mean, that's quite a big chunk of this coast they'll be collecting. Spain is down here. Portugal's down here. Okay. Funj separatists. I'm sure the Ottomans can deal with them. Sure they'll get down there in time. Yeah, not looking good for Bavaria. France has got the provinces near them, but the battle is certainly coming to France now. We're starting to see Europe come alive with some wars, which is when these series begin to get a bit spicy. Spain with some more, I think these must be South Americans, Pima and Yukui. I haven't heard of those before. Are they hidden away somewhere and I haven't seen them? No? I don't know where those guys are then. Somewhere in here, maybe? Yukui is there. Oh, yeah. Pimi. Oh, no, that's it. Pima's here. Okay, so that's who they're going for. More land for New Spain. Spanish California is here. That is a separate colony. It's hard to... Can't really see the difference. There's a line sort of around here. And this Spanish North California has not yet been made part of Spanish California. I'm sure they'll merge at some point. And the Papal State somehow arrived in French Louisiana. That's quite impressive. And no peace deal just yet. Sure, it's coming. That French war. Oh wow, England and the Netherlands have joined on the side of the Papal State. I don't know how that has happened. England, it could be a great power war, but then look at all these other people that joined in. I don't know if this is something to do with the HRE. Trent, who on earth are they? Never seen them before, but there we go. Yeah, France's issues just got a whole lot worse. That is pretty brutal. I think Austria can just call them in, maybe, I don't know, as the emperor or something. But there you go. However that happened, it happened. And France is going to come off of this one much, much worse. Yeah, this is bad for the French. Spain is fighting some rebels. They should be fine to deal with those. Spain's military looks tiny. I assume it's in the New World. And yeah, as you can see, revolutionaries crossed into Spain but back into Portugal. This should see Portugal have a revolution, which is pretty big. Pretty cool. Another event for the history books. Plenty of wars going on. Liège and Cologne versus Cleves. So a bit of a Dutch-German war there. But yeah, the big one... Oh, Spain straight into another colonial war. But the Ottomans... Yeah, this is another big one. What will this peace deal look like? 61 war score so far. So he's still going for a bit more, I guess. We'll see what the Ottomans come up with. I'm sure it'll be actually hard to notice. Like, if I'm not watching when it happens, I probably won't even be able to really see it come up. We don't even get notifications that I can read back, which can be difficult. Oh, poor Portugal. I don't know. I hope they don't have to get to Brazil as well, because that would really suck. But yeah, this is going to be... That's bad for Portugal. Don't know if someone's going to save them from this. They're allied to Spain, so maybe, but we'll see what happens to them. This is not going to end well for France. I'm sure they're strong, but Who are these Trent guys? Like, they're just... They must be in here, and I just missed them when I was going through all those nations I didn't know. Because they have a 30 stack just randomly chilling, although it's partially Austria, but still, never even heard of them. I've never... They sound like they should be from England as well, like Trent, I don't know, River Trent. Where is Trent? It's just here, just a province there. Trient, Trent, okay, fair enough. There you go, the more you know. But that'll be it for this episode. Things are really starting to come alive, so hopefully you are enjoying it. If you have, it would be amazing if you could leave a like and a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe as well if you're new to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.